Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. As usual, coming into the stream, please make sure you are subscribed. It is absolutely free to do so if you haven't already. And also kindly smash those like buttons. So we're going to talk more about like life and a couple updates for the future of my channel type of thing in a bit. But first, I want to talk about GME because I was sent this very, very long, I guess, Reddit analysis due diligence on Super Stunk. So I don't know if you guys have also read about this already, but anyways, GameStop right now, I'm neither in the red or in the green. I feel like with my sell cover calls that I did and with the money that I made from stocks prior to July, I'm like just around making nothing. Like I didn't make anything and I didn't lose anything. So we'll see from here on out where it goes, but it's kind of holding steady. We'll also check out Chewy later, but everything's just like kind of chill right now on GameStop, which both worries me because I feel like it's not just going to stay there at around like the 20 level. It kind of worries me and I'm excited at the same time because okay, everybody thought that something was going to happen on July 4th. And I mean, the stock market was closed on July 4th, but like nothing happened that whole week, right? And yes, now it's after July 4th. It's a Monday, but we still have not really seen any catalysts. I don't think Growing Kitty, I don't think I've gotten any notifications. If you have and I missed it, let me know down in the comment section below, or if you have any like thoughts on this entire situation. But it kind of feels like it's dying down a bit. Like, I kind of feel like the whole GameStop craze is dying down, but it's normal to me too. Because after experiencing 2021 with like Dogecoin, different types of crypto, like even Shiba Inu, or even honestly Bitcoin, it comes in like waves where people will like, you have catalysts where you're talking about it. Like, okay, this company just added it to their balance sheet or blah, blah, blah. And then it'll be on the news and headlines for a bit. And then something else will take over. And then kind of same with like Nvidia as well. I don't know the price of Nvidia today, but I know it's not like $150 because then it would be like all of the news and you can't even dodge things like this. So I think like with GameStop, yes, it hasn't really moved. But then there's just like really it could go any way. It could go really bullish or it could go really bearish. I'm hoping it'll be more on let me pull up the Twitch chat. Hi there, Jat the King. Welcome, Ultimate Boss Cookie Monster. By the way, guys, I am streaming to you via YouTube right now, but I'm also on Twitch. So if you feel like the quality is not up to par with whatever platform you're currently viewing on, you can always check out Twitch as well. So if you want to check out my Twitch, it's also just twitch.tv Living with Lucy. If you have not already subscribed to me over there, you can find it. I pinned it to the top of the stream for YouTube, so definitely check it out. Thank you guys. If you are new here, this is Living with Lucy. I do live streams, really just about chatting on life or anything I'm interested in. But generally, I like to start off with stocks because most of my friends don't like to talk about stocks or crypto. But I do. So anyways, even though there hasn't been much movement, it's scary but exciting. I think it's either going to I'm not sure about mother of all short squeezes because even according to Roaring Kitty back in like 2021, when it went from like $4 pre-split to like 30 something, $40, he didn't really even call that a mother of all short squeezes. And that's like a 10x. So I think we would have to go like 100x for it to be considered like the mother of all short squeezes. In his books, at least. That's just a guess. But as always, never financial advice on my channel or advice on anything else, not health advice, not life advice of any sort. Do your own DD, entertainment purposes only. But if you do want to follow me on X and stay connected for future, depending on whatever platforms I change or wherever I am streaming from, definitely just find me on X, Living with Lucy, LUCI. Much appreciated. I've been doing a lot of game videos. If you haven't already seen it, that's been my like new hobby. I'm always finding like new game filters to play and posting it on YouTube. So if you haven't checked that out, also check out all my other different platforms. I don't know why my voice is always gone. Like I literally cannot do karaoke anymore because it's just always gone. And I feel like everyone around me thinks that it's because I talk too much, like with friends. And then I also like obviously talk a lot with you guys and doing a bunch of live streams, and I pre-record a lot of videos. So maybe I lose my voice that way, but it's really weirding me out. If you also On a side note, have a tip as to how you can strengthen your vocal cords. Like not as like a singer or anything, but like just how to strengthen one's vocal cords. I would love to know if you have any like secrets to that because I don't know. Every time I search up like how to strengthen vocal cords, I'm not really getting anything off the internet. So let me know if you have like a raspy voice like me for absolutely no reason. I think it's really just gotten worse as I've gotten older. When I was younger, I feel like I lose my voice a lot too, but now it's just like I'm losing my voice all the time. Now I'm like trying to save my voice now. But anyways, so I'm excited on GameStop. I'm not saying we're gonna go 100x. But I'm just saying, I'm not really going to be surprised if we move up all of a sudden when no one's really talking about it, like talking about it even less than now. Let's say in August. And I have 8.8 set up here. And again, to your own DD, this is just out of all the other YouTube videos and Reddit posts that I've read saying that something may happen. And this is like in relation to the past of GameStop, that things have occurred in the past based off of, I don't know, the ETFs? I get it confused, but it's either based off the ETFs or based off of these hidden like dark pool trades that are not really like out in the public's eye and all this information. So supposedly there are a bunch of people that believe something will happen in August, and it occurred in the past. I think I want to say like 2021. I'm not sure about 2022. Around that time, I think that's when like GameStop made a move upwards. Hi there, JP Trees. GME on Sol, in my opinion, is better than GME stock, but maybe that's just me. Well, can you let me know why you're on GME on Solana? Let me know the reasoning behind it, and if you are on it, is there like a specific reasoning? Because if it's still called GME, I would wonder if that's still connected. Like you still have to hope that the underlying stock does well for its fundamentals or other reasons. Either way, even if it wasn't for the fundamentals, it could just be like a momentum trade, which is honestly like why I got into it in the first place. But now I feel like the fundamentals have changed for the positive. So again, time will tell if my call options will print and also my stocks. But my backup for GameStop, and that's how I was able to like make back the current losses, since I did not buy at like $10 per GameStop or $20, is selling covered call options. So I could definitely roll that out at the end of July, but we'll see where things are. I'd love to see like the price of GameStop at that point in time, because if I'm in the green and I feel like it's going to be really, really rocky, I don't think I want to sell covered call options on it continuously. Like I might just do what I originally intended to do, which is just take advantage of the momentum. So we'll see. But I was sent this, so let's check this out. I haven't upvoted or anything, but it's on Super Stonk. 119 people here. This is a post by somebody, the user of Thump4, and it says GME Moss final update and upgrade. Due diligence. Mother of all short squeezes, by the way, is Moss. Oh, hi there. The screw up who grew up. Hi there. Hey, love, I told you Tesla was going to go crazy. Oh, what is the price of Tesla right now? Let me see. Sorry, I got rid of my Tesla shares way too long ago. I mean, I did put into something else that made me money, but regrets on not being able to hold down everything. I think all the EVs are up though, because my call options on Lucid right now are heavily up. So, oh, wow. Okay, that is amazing. Tesla today, holy cow, it was at 259. Now it's at 252. But that's insane. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I bought it at 169 and then I sold it at like 170 something, which just goes to show that everything I sell ends up going to the moon. Not financial advice. If you think copying my trades will necessarily mean, or buying the stuff that I sell, so inverse trading me will necessarily make you a lot of money, I can't guarantee that. So do not take anything on my channel as financial advice. But that is crazy. Rivian's also up today. Let's see how much it was up. 4.73%, $15.58. We got, Apple's also up. Nvidia at 128, not bad. But I would be more excited if Nvidia hit a new all-time high of like $150 or something, because then I will feel comfortable buying another put on it. I can't help myself, guys. I just like to see things that have grown too large to do a little correction. And on that little minor correction is where I like to buy the put. So let me know if I end up missing it and I end up doing a live stream if Nvidia ever hits that $150 mark. And for those of you guys that have Nvidia shares, I obviously hope that, you could sell at like $150 or something. But again, not financial advice. AMC was also up today. Actually, what's crazy to me is that I feel like AMC has been doing better than GameStop, which is just like, what the heck? Because when GameStop was doing well, AMC would ride up like a few percentages, really just like a sympathy rally. But the thing with AMC, and I think I made videos about it and I talked about it last year, is that I always find that AMC moves up in like the summertime. I don't know if it's just because of like this whole summer blockbuster ordeal. Like there's just like a lot of good summer movies that are out. And then therefore that's their good news. And I think that they need more. And I've always been saying this. Like I really hope that the board over there does more and the CEO, Adam Aaron, like focuses on more change with the theater itself. Because if it's just focused on the movie, it's like, okay, Regal theaters and all these other theaters out there can also benefit from it. So it's not such a big deal. Whereas if AMC ends up like signing a contract to get like a special form of theater experience that only could be done at AMC, like that's the stuff that can really push up your stock. Just saying. So, and again, I'm not surprised that if you look at like just some of the basic news. I'm just on Robinhood right now, by the way. If you want to use some of the links that I have for how I trade my stocks, check out the links I have down below for my Webull, MOOMOO, and Robinhood. Greatly appreciate it. And then if you do end up using my link down below, then you can get some fractional shares. And then in return, I will also be able to get some free stocks too. So I appreciate it for those of you guys that have already done that for me. Okay, so yeah, Yahoo Finance says AMC stock jumps on Despicable Me 4 ticket merch sales. I don't even know Despicable Me had a fourth movie. I think I watched all of them though. I do think Despicable Me is really cute. I still haven't watched Inside Out 2, which I think that's the one that they said had like the best box office sales this year. So I still need to go see that. What's going on with AMC stock Monday? Movie theater analyst. So Benzinga posts movie theater analyst sizes up AMC, Cinemark, and more. Predicts box office rebound in 2025. But the thing is, I've been watching these like movie theater stocks, and I feel like it's a pattern, at least that I'm spotting personally, that they do really well in the summertime. I can't really say much for them afterwards though, because I feel like they do like a little mini spike. I've seen a couple of mini spikes like throughout the years for AMC at least. Around like July and August when again the summer blockbusters come out. Hi there, Payman, Sean. But then it goes away, because then it's like if you're always like constantly depending on the news of the summer blockbusters, well then eventually that stops. So again, I'm hoping for the best for AMC, and I actually don't want it to go up too high because I'm pretty sure my cover calls strike price at $8 something. So I don't actually want AMC to like surpass, or I didn't feel like it could surpass $8 anytime soon by the end of this month. So wish me luck. Wish me luck that it doesn't actually hit that part. If it does, it's fine. I'll be happy to sell it. But I kind of want to hold on to my AMC for the long run and hoping that there's more like changes to the company or like restructuring or something, or they buy back some stocks, because it is definitely way too diluted with not enough like good news on its own. Okay, let's go back to GameStop. We'll talk about like crypto, and then afterwards I want to talk to you guys about just like a little update on my life and everything, and also why I haven't been doing as many live streams as I was hoping to. But anyways, so Mother Ultra Squeezes GME final update. So this person wrote like basically an essay. It's really, really long. So I'm maybe going to skip some parts. Okay, but number 1 says forward. On May 6th, oh, I should charge my laptop. Hold on. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Monday. Okay. So on May 6th, 2024, I issued and defended my statement that Moss is beginning. GME then grew by 490% over 7 days. On June 4th, 2024, I issued update 1 of 3, after which GameStop grew by 254% over 2 days. I then issued update 2 of 3, which saw GME grow by 135.72% over 2 days. The price thereafter moved sideways, providing investors with one last brief opportunity to get involved into what I refer to as the best investment opportunity in world history. Okay, that's saying a lot. I have since calculated GameStop Corp's intrinsic valuation, analyzed GameStop Corp's technicals, studied its statistical likelihoods, and brought into the aid of artificial intelligence. I wonder if this person just ended up using like ChatGPT. But in addition, I monitored the macro market backdrop, vetting it for the necessary Moss indicators. In providing this Moss update 3 of 3, I hereby issue my final conclusive Reddit post. So I guess this is like the absolute last one regarding this historic investment opportunity into GameStop Corp stock. Okay, there's a bunch of memes. And then number 2, valuation. The textbook valuation for GameStop Corp has improved over the past few weeks, primarily due to GameStop Corp raising $3 billion additional dollars over just a 3-week period. The price to sales ratio utilizes a company's market capitalization and revenue to determine whether the stock is valued properly. It's calculated by taking a company's market capitalization and dividing it by a company's total sales or revenue over the past 12 months. The lower the PS, the price to sales ratio, the more attractive the investment. So obviously, if you guys look at like the PS of like Apple, I'm sure is very low. I forget the specific number, but I think most companies that are in the S&P 500, like top tier, like holds majority of it, like let's say Nvidia and Apple, I want to say that they have to be under like 100, right? Like if it's over 100, that'd be really, really bad. According to Vista, consumer electronic and electronic gaming and multimedia have a PS average around 4. Shell holding companies are a bit higher at 6. Thus, we can assume that a GameStop peer would currently have a PS of about 5. With a current market cap of $10.30 billion and 12-month revenue of $5.27 billion from GameStop Corp's 2023 annual report, GameStop Corp's PS is now 1.95. This suggests that GameStop's price should be 256.41% of what it currently just what currently is, I guess, just to have a PS that is equivalent with the hypothetical industry peer. So I guess he's saying that GameStop's price is currently a little lower than it should be based off of this price to sales ratio that other companies have. Again, all just like speculative. Hi there, inking all day. GME on Soul sucks, pump and dump. Inking all day says, hi there, DJ Lorbuck. Yes, I know I was randomly here, but for those of you guys who are also on Twitch, show some love over there. But if you're in here on YouTube or on Twitch, please make sure to tap the like and make sure you are subscribed for future videos. You can also ring that notification bell to know whenever my videos come on. But anyways, I'm going to continue on. I'm reading this like very long GameStop like essay is the only thing I could call it over here. But this is this person's valuation on Superstock that I'm reading, which is very, very long. Anyways, so continue on. Another commonly used multiple for determining the relative value of firms in the enterprise value to sales ratio, EV/sales. This is regarded as a more accurate measure than the PS ratio because it considers the debt that a company has. First, we need to calculate the enterprise value. Enterprise value formula and calculation. EV equals MC plus total debt minus C. Oh my God. This is like, by the way, I've been trading stocks since like before 2019 and I got more serious at 2019, but I don't know any of this stuff. Like I barely understand PS ratios. And when I do, I don't really necessarily buy a stock just because of the PS ratio. I mean, everybody has different reasonings behind the stock. I've obviously done a lot of memes. So my reasoning is not normal. But here you go for those of you guys. We're reading this part right now. Oh, hi there, Legendary. Thank you so much for the super chat. Always supporting me. I appreciate it. Ching. Let's see there. Oh, okay, you're also on. Oh, hi there, Cookie Monster, Jack King. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys. Yes, I need people over there on Twitch. I need like at least 3. I think that they want like an average. I was like, why am I still not an affiliate yet? Because it turns out that when I did a bunch of earlier videos on Twitch, and this is for anybody who wants to blow up on Twitch, apparently for Twitch, if you want to become an affiliate, they calculate like your average, not just like you have to hit a certain requirement, which is I think like with like TikTok and YouTube, it's usually just like, okay, they set a requirement, and with YouTube I had to hit 4,000 hours watched by people before I end up getting monetized. And then with TikTok it was like 100,000 views within 1 month, but on Twitch it's an average of like at least 3 concurrent viewers. So in the beginning when I was doing Twitch and like no one was watching, I think my concurrent viewers was like 0 or 1. So now it's like really hard I have to keep doing it before I end up getting that last part. That's like my last portion. I already got the hours and the views, so it's really, really hard. But thank you guys. Those of you guys with 2 Twitch accounts, go ahead and watch Twitch for me live. Thank you. All right, so enterprise value formula and calculation. EV equals MC plus total debt minus C. I feel like I should put that in a frame or something because I can't really memorize it. Where MC equals market capitalization equal to the current stock price multiplied by the number of outstanding stock shares. Total debt equal to the sum of short-term and long-term debt. Okay, total debt, at least I understand that. C, cash and cash equivalents, the liquid assets of a company, but may not include marketable securities. GameStop Corp's enterprise value is therefore 10.306 billion market cap, plus 28.5 million French COVID loan minus 4.19 billion cash and equivalents equals 6.15 billion. EV slash sales therefore is 6.15 billion divided by 5.273 billion, which equals 1.16. By comparison, Coca-Cola's EV slash sales is 6.5. Tesla is 8.34. Apple is 9.33. Microsoft is 14.71. NVIDIA is 38.14. That's a lot. If we average these common companies, we get an EV sales of 15.4. Therefore, by EV sales comparisons, GameStop should be valued 1,327.59% times what it currently is. Okay, so as a regular person who's not very good at math and I don't really understand these calculations that well, I feel like this person's trying to make a point saying that if we go by these simple calculations of enterprise value formula calculation, that GameStop should, but is not, but it doesn't mean it will be. It should 13x. I think that's how I'm doing it, right? If it's going to go up by 1,327%, that means it's going to 13x. So if it's going to 13x from, let's see how much GameStop is. Honestly, like didn't even look because I'm just like, okay, I'm like still down the same amount of money that I was up. So let's see here. Okay, we're at $24.45. It did go to GameStop did hit $25 today, but again, it's just kind of like playing around in that area, not the greatest. And I feel like at this certain price point, unless you're like a diehard Roaring Kitty fan or you're like hardcore believe it like this guy, a lot of people just like don't want to touch it. Like I have a lot of friends who just like no. They'll like know about it. They'll be interested. They'll like watch it, but they're like, no, I don't want to touch GameStop with a 10-foot pole. And like understandable, right? Because like, I don't even know why I'm in it, to be honest, because I'm just a little crazy, I bet, because I was in it and I lost money in 2021 and then I just came back for more. So anyways, let's just say it's $24 right now. Okay, $24. If this person thinks it's going to 13x, I'll multiply by 13. I think he says that it's going to go up to like, basically he thinks it should be. If we're going by this like EV sales calculation, that means GameStop should be $312, which it's not, but it doesn't mean it's gonna be. And I feel like even if it were to be $300 something, it's gonna be really hard for it to get to $300 something, considering all of the halts. The amount of halts for it to hit $80 for like a millisecond, and when it hit like 60 something, every time the market opens, like it's easier for it to go up after hours and pre-market. But it's just, yeah, like with all the halts, good luck, man. But I don't think it's impossible. And obviously, holding on to GameStop, I do hope that this happens on this date that I don't know if he's going to explain this, like August 8 date, where like, I think XRT, right? It was like XRT ETFs, something like that, where like GameStop's a part of all these like ETFs. And then therefore there's this belief that in a certain point in time, things will be due, and that's when the pump will happen. And I think there was also like talks of like how there's these, is it T plus dates? Like I think like at least T plus 6 dates when like people or these organizations or hedge funds that actually owe a bunch of money on or owe the shares for GameStop, they get given like an amount of time to actually like put it back or buy back the shares. So a lot of that's been forwarded and owed longer, is my understanding. Again, do your own DD, because I feel like I listen to all this stuff, but I might be getting it wrong. But there's a lot of like basically hope and belief that like in August something will happen, and specifically like August 8th. That's why like I'm just gonna give it a shot, and I'm probably not gonna do any cover calls because I don't want to sell it at like $80 if this thing is in fact going to pop to like $200, $300. That math don't work. The stock market rig. Thanks, Big, for that input. The math don't work. Well, I think this person is trying to make a point like, okay, overall, I feel like this entire valuation is just trying to be like, okay, GameStop is undervalued. But you know what? Since life doesn't make sense and nothing really makes sense, but I do have GameStop, let's just ask my Magic 8 Ball, which also doesn't make sense anyways. Let's ask if we think, is the market rigged? First, we'll ask that. Do you think, Magic 8 Ball, the market is rigged? This is the first time I've seen this answer. Dude, my Magic 8 Ball is always lit. It is always giving me the most hilarious answers. As I see it, yes. This is the first time my Magic 8 Ball has given me this answer. It's like always surprising me because there's like 20 something answers. LOL. Wait. We need to ask another one. Okay. So because it is rigged, as you say, Magic 8 Ball, is there still a chance? Is there still a chance that GameStop could still get to, I don't know, could still go up like this Reddit post is saying, someday, we don't know when, 1,300%. That's what I want to know. Uh-oh. That's not good. It says very doubtful. So it's very doubtful that GameStop could go up by 1,300%, which is 13x, which would bring its price to over $300. Well, you guys know me. When it doesn't give me the answer that I want, it gets a little timeout. I could just ask it again, but I don't want to. Vic's like, I told you. Well, you know what? It's not always correct, okay? It's not always right, because I could just ask it again. Be like, all right, well, can I go to $200? I'm okay with $200, but I'm not gonna ask it. We'll just see where things go. But to be honest, like when I bought GameStop, I wasn't looking for $300. Like, great if it happens, but I always put, like, when I just have the stock and I don't have the cover calls, I usually just end up putting a limit sell order anyways. I know that's not so good for like the diamond hardcore handlers that are like, don't put that on there. If you put that on there, then the suits are going to know when you want to sell, and then it's never going to do the mother ultra squeezes. Yeah, I don't care. For me, I'm here to make money, so I'm always going to have my limit sell order, because I've just been burned way too many times for so many things that I did not have a limit sell order on, including crypto. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not doing that. JB, an 8 Ball we trust. I mean, it's been like pretty spot on lately, so I don't know, man. I'm scared to ask it certain questions because I don't want to know. Thank you, Legendary, for the super chat. It's all about market makers. I do believe, though, that we are moving since 2021, like since this entire GameStop movement. Even though I feel like it's technically just all money, like there's a lot of hedge funds that are like enjoying all of this and making money. They're not all getting burned. I do think that more and more people are getting fed up with all of this. I don't know why people aren't more fed up with congresswomen and men, but specifically certain people who make mad money all the time. I think that pisses me off way more than any of this. But yeah, market makers too. Okay. Or like, I think that should make the American people more angry. Like, why are the people that are supposed to be serving us making millions of dollars when you're not? Yet they want to know when you get like a $600, I don't know, Venmo from your mom. Anyways, pie comparison. Okay, Coca-Cola's EV enterprise value formula calculation 6.5. I talked about this. So this person then says, this means GameStop Corp should currently be worth at least $136 billion. The lower the EV/sales multiple, so the lower the enterprise value formula calculation, the lower the EV enterprise value sales. Enterprise value, I keep mixing up EV with like electric vehicle. The lower the enterprise value sales/sales multiple, the more attractive or undervalued a company is. The EV/sales ratio can be negative when the cash held by a company is more than the market capitalization and debt value. A negative EV sales implies that a company can pay off all of its debts. So why wouldn't market capitalization properly represent a firm's value? Hint, it leaves a lot of essential factors out, such as a company's debt and cash reserves. Enterprise value is a modification of market cap, as it incorporates debt and cash for determining a company's value. And interestingly, a Warren Buffett style evaluation using mid-June data reveals that it compared with Apple and Nvidia on the Buffett measures, then GME should fairly be worth $3,000 per share. Oh my God. It just gets crazier. See, I'm not making this stuff up. I'm just reading what's on this Reddit post. I am not making any of this stuff up. Hi there. Feeling fed up. It seemed like the house always wins. No, but like literally the house always wins, you know? Legendary says, Lucy, hoping be real, much respect in the conviction. Anyways, the $3,000 per share thing is like saying $3 per Dogecoin, but I actually think this has some merit. This has more merit than like a random crypto going 10,000% up in 1 year. But then again, both are still like, I've seen it, so you never know. Life is very unpredictable. Sometimes in great ways and sometimes in not so good ways. But overall, I guess I like the unpredictableness of it. Okay, I don't even know. I'm not even close to being done. I'm going to be out of a voice when this is done. So let me see if I could skip some parts. But it says GameStop's positive derivative of net cash flow and negative derivatives of expenditures adds further merit to the above results. Okay, I don't understand how Warren Buffett calculates and how this person used Warren Buffett's calculation to see that GameStop should be $3,000 per share. But if it is, then at its current price of like, okay, let's just say if it's like $30, trying to get to 3,000, that's, yeah, 100x. 100x? Yeah, that's 100x. That's more crazy than the first calculation. Oh, but I'm fine with that. That just means Roaring Kitty is going to be like mad rich if he still has it, right? Like he hasn't even updated anybody if he still has GameStop, in fact. So that's like the thing I'm curious about. But I have already told you guys that I think if I had to make a guess for it, which all of this is just a guess. Hi there, Nicole. If I had to guess, I think the dude's just really rich, and I think he has both GameStop and I think he has Chewy. And I feel like if I had to pick between which one he had more conviction on, I would believe he still has more conviction on GameStop. Because I think if he didn't have the conviction on GameStop, then, I mean, for one, he should remove that pin thread on his X, and he should remove most of those like old live streams and like a lot of the videos that I mean, you don't have to because they're probably like monetized and just making him money as people are watching it. People like me that are watching like 5 hours of like Roaring Kitty video a day. Just kidding. I don't do that anymore. I haven't been doing that recently, but I did do that at one point. Okay. So when compared with real negative return due to inflation since its IPO on the NYSE, GameStop Corp has outperformed cash dollars, i.e., equal value stored under a mattress. Cyclical pattern shows that GameStop Corp's bull runs last 3.6 years on average, and its bear runs last for 2.75 years on average. Also shown is that a bear run just concluded in 2023. Provided that 2024 is showing the start of a new bull run, then this cyclical pattern holding suggests that GME now be in a bull run until 2028. See, now I'm not sure how much I believe in this little fact here that this person just stated, because the only reason why GameStop Corp's bull run average would last 3.56 years on average, or if GameStop even has this like crazy average of a bull run, is honestly like a lot of it thanks to Roy and Kitty and like 2021. So that is, I would say, like a abnormal event, not something that should really be calculated as the company's overall average. It's just like a moment that occurred. That's fantastic, but you need more to it in order for that bounce up to continue. But Nikal says Kitty knows more about GME than most of us, and he's tight-lipped about it. Yeah, I believe that too. We need more cryptic memes. I mean, he's done a lot of cryptic memes, but I feel like, okay, the whole eyeball thing and the dog. Do you guys think he didn't really mean anything by it? Like, because everybody's like, oh my God, the dog's looking to the right. And then the next meme on the Missy Elliott video to the right is the flag. And that means July 4th. Well, man, it's July 8th and there's nothing happening. So we'll see. There's this calculation of like what, thinking that it's every 7 days per emoji. So if it's every 7 days per emoji, we did calculate, at least by my calculation of the 7 day per emoji on whenever people were like, you're here and then you're going to get to there. It should be not August 8th specifically, but it should be like August 1 or 2. That's when something should be happening. That's when like the final like cheers, hooray, like I think the beer clinging happens. So we'll see. But anyways, so yeah, I don't really agree with this part. But now number 3, technicals. GME's technicals show that a golden cross chart, by the way, I have no idea what that is, but I know that's been talked about all the time. Woodstock MV, hi there. So GameStop technicals show that a golden cross chart pattern, which means shorter term 50-day simple moving average, crossing over the longer term 200-day SMA, emerged on the daily chart. This rare chart pattern indicates long-term bullish price action ahead. So, I guess based off of this chart reading, which who knows? If everybody, like, I don't do this, but if my theory is, even if you don't believe in this, like I don't really trade because of this, but if everybody else out there bought a book that taught you the golden cross ratio, whatever, then they might buy up on it. So I guess it's kind of good that at least this thing here kind of exists. But anyways, GameStop's technicals also show an SMA crossover on the longer term weekly chart. Further, the price broke above both weekly averages and is maintaining price above the 200 SMA. So I think this person made like a little chart here of the golden cross. Sorry, my phone's like, it looks really gross. I clean it all the time. I don't know why it's not me. But it says golden cross and all that. I really don't get it. I just read it and I like just confuses my brain. But further, artificial intelligence is now yapping auto buy on the longer term monthly chart. Then this person, okay, then we're on number 4. Holy cow. I'm like sweating trying to read all of this. Macro market. In my update a month ago, I specifically wrote that hedge funds exploited Bitcoin, shitcoins, and Nvidia stock in order to artificially pump equities columns. These bad actors had no alternative but to run equities up quickly in order to offset quickly rising liabilities, i.e. GameStop Corp short bags, and via swaps and derivatives. So I guess this part is talking about like the whole dark pool, like things that we can't really prove and see, like the derivative stuff. Bitcoin was pumped using derivatives and futures, in some cases with 100 to 1000x leverage. Many of the hedge funds created shitcoin promotions were to specifically attempt to divert GameStop investor capital away from GameStop Corp stock and into those scams. For example, in scams like Roaring Kitty coins, continued GameStop tokens, etc. Yet none of them had any merit. Yet the most insidious and meritless pumps of them all by market cap was Nvidia. Nvidia's value became detached from even the most fantastical imaginations of value. Nvidia has since capped out. Nvidia is already down about 11% over just 10 business days. With Nvidia shown in green and GameStop shown in red, the inverse since 2022 is verifiable. Like, interesting. My honest take on this is like, I would agree with Hopium that 50% of this is true, but I have to like also second guess all of this because I think the market just like, I personally think Nvidia doesn't have anything to do with GameStop. Again, what do I know? But if I had to make a guess, even though I am for Nvidia going down and GameStop going up, obviously I'm biased. But for particularly like different reasons. Like I've been saying, I've been hating on like Nvidia forever just because I feel like whenever the whole world is telling you go buy, and that it's not enough, even though it's up from like $700 to, well, I guess post split now it would be 12, 1300, 1400 at one point, basically doubling within the span of like a few months. And yet people were still telling you this thing's going to 2x, bring it to $6 trillion of a market cap value when even Apple and Microsoft is not at $6 trillion is absolutely like just Cocoa Puffs. So that's what makes me really uncomfortable when I look at Nvidia and like see Nvidia news, and I don't understand why other people aren't comfortable with it. But yeah, that's my whole thing on it. I don't see why this has really have to have anything to do with GameStop, but sure, maybe this person's right. And that's why Nvidia went to the moon and now GameStop's going down. But I feel like GameStop is going down now also because there's clearly a lot of efforts, whether you want to call it the suits or just the people who are shorting it. But there obviously is such a bias in the news that anytime you hear about GameStop in the news, it's like, all right, dumb money this, dumb money that. They don't know what they're doing. All these folks are just going to lose a bunch of money and just loss, completely almost acting like the fact that we still don't know what GameStop, the company, is going to end up doing with their more than $3 billion of cash flow right now. And the previous calculation with like the enterprise value and just really the sheer value of this company right now with like the debt ratio and like the cash value that they have all of a sudden. Like you don't have to be a genius. Like I don't think I even need to understand any of this to just know, like, even if you think of this as like a human being, it's like, will your life be better when you all of a sudden got $3 extra billion? Would it be better than yesterday? Yeah, most likely it would. So I think that just says a lot about it. But anyways, I don't really agree with this whole like, okay, Nvidia has to go up and GameStop needs to go like down and then vice versa. But I do think folks who might have taken their attendees on Nvidia will likely move that money into GameStop if GameStop shows more promising future. Meaning we need like actual fundamentals. Like we need facts from Ryan Cohen to come out and be like, all right, we're gonna all of a sudden be selling like these really popular anime blind boxes, or that they're gonna be buying out or like merging with another company. That's also very, very promising. We got to have like really, really interesting information to come out here. Otherwise, I don't know. Otherwise, I just don't really see a point. DJ Lorebuck says, my problem with AMC and GME when the stock is running up beyond stock manipulating by hedgies, the suits halt the stock, reset and manipulate. Yeah. So that's why like, okay, like again, so much speculation on this. I think like the suits, technically, there's just like, it's like there's the villains in the movie, but then there's this something like the villains who use their powers to like do good things, and they like sometimes team up with the heroes. I don't really see like hedge funds as all being like this evil anymore. Even market makers, I just feel like they obviously have way too much power, and hopefully in the future the markets could be more fair. But then again, you know, maybe it never will, because maybe that's why, you know, America's so keen on their stock markets doing well because the rich people need to stay rich. That's a whole other can of worms. But anyways, so it says here, as has been repeatedly shown to this community, Bitcoin's price is specifically used to run hedge funds' equities columns up in an order to proactively maintain collateral in accordance with the NSCC's daily capital requirements. GameStop's price shown in red and Bitcoin's price shown in yellow. This scheme began in 2019 and continues today. Wow, this whole thing is just like it all comes back to GameStop, which is pretty awesome. Hi there, Emily. Welcome. Raw Food Writer, welcome. Thus, since evidence shows that Bitcoin's price action is both an inverse and leading indicator regarding GameStop's price action, the recent flop of Bitcoin is bullish for GameStop's price. Both Nvidia and Bitcoin flopping so readily and so substantially does help GameStop Corp investors call the shots by timing and magnitude of when to anticipate a price run up. The data suggests that GME should subsequently run up in price. And then number 5, summary of the Saga 7-minute video. Okay, you can go and look at this. Again, I'm reading this from Reddit Superstonk. All right, you could go find this yourself as well. Number 6, TLDR. Oh my God. Oh, we're almost there. Okay, that's the end. That's the end. Number 6, TLDR. By EV/sale comparisons, GameStop should be valued, and like the person said earlier, 1,327.59% times what it is currently as shown. So 13x what it is currently shown. The company is fairly worth at least $136 billion in enterprise value, yet routine Warren Buffett measurements show that GameStop's intrinsic value of $3,000 per share. Safely and responsibly owning GameStop Corp stock is a hedge against the US dollar. GameStop, since its IPO, has outperformed cash dollars under the mattress by 14.3%. Well, I don't know who keeps cash dollars under their mattress anymore, but that's not really a wise idea. Technicals reveal a golden cross chart pattern on the daily, and the price above average on the weekly shown bullish price action to come. Artificial intelligence, too, is yapping auto buy on the monthly chart regarding macro indicators. The primary anti-GME hedges, the Nvidia and Bitcoin collateral scams, and now failing. These were required to make my final update. All fair value calculations, technicals, and macro trends now reveal that mother of all short squeezes will continue to thoroughly resume. GameStop's price will continue to go up until 2028, which is like saying a lot, because who is going to diamond hand this till 2028? Is Roy and Kitty going to be diamond handing this till 2028? Well, I sure hope so. If this whole thing is true and it ends up going like 100x, then I guess it will be worth it to diamond hand it for another 4 years. That's not really like my game plan. And I don't think I can wait that long. But let me know. Let me know if you listen to this or you've also seen this Reddit post and you also believe in this, and what you plan on doing with your money. But for me, I think I'm just good with like swing trading. Swing trading, GameStop is the plan. But again, sometimes life just happens, and maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I'll leave it in there because it's definitely easier to diamond hand GameStop if it goes to $150 or something, because then I feel like maybe this can ring true, the first part, not the second part, that it could be $3,000 a share, but maybe it could be like 13x, so just bring it to like $312 or something. I hope you guys can bring up those likes, and for those of you guys that are watching on Twitch, please make sure you're subscribed. For those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, I appreciate you, but it would be really, really helpful if you could hop over on Twitch, as I need more viewers in order to be monetized over there as their affiliate platform thingy. So I appreciate it. Thank you. I love how Vic doesn't know me in person, by the way, but he's just out there saying that I'm married, which I never said I'm not or that I am, but thanks. I don't like to share my personal information too much, so I like to just keep as little detail about my personal life off the internet if it can help it. But if I meet you in person, then you'll know more about me. But with that being said, we'll go more into live chats. not about my love life, but we'll go more into live chats right when I am about done this, which I'm almost there. So it says all fair value calculations, technicals, and macro trends now revealed that Mother of all short squeezes continue on throughout 2028. I am, this person's writing, not me. I am therefore issuing a fundamental upgrade on GameStop stock. The stock should be held forever due to expected eventual lifelong dividend distributions. Actually, that would be really cool if they do end up giving dividends. Investors of all classes will not want to miss out on this once in a lifetime opportunity. This is my final GME related contribution on Reddit as my due diligence is completed. The long-term investment thesis is now fully validated. I hope every ape finds a way to enjoy GameStop's intrinsic value based through thorough mother of all short squeezes. So again, for those of you guys that missed it, the person is user thump THUMP4, and this was supposedly posted like 10 hours ago. So there's that. Yeah. No idea what the future holds, but I'm really happy that today Lucid was over $3. I am so mad, by the way, because literally everything I saw, I think the last time I did a stream with you guys and talked about Lucid, I was like, oh, I'm going to leave my call options, but I sold my stocks because I was sick and tired of seeing it move up and down and then missing out on some tendies. And now I regret it because I sold it when it didn't hit $3 even. So yeah, I didn't make nearly as much as I should have on Lucid. But it's okay. Life happens. And that's why I hedge myself. I hedge against myself in case I was wrong and I held on to my call options. So my call options don't expire until the year 2026 for Lucid. So I might just diamond hand that at least till 2025. We'll see. But right now, the market's looking too good. Like everything is just going to the moon. So my call options all seem to look good. Not so much my put options. But again, I put them all really far out, like 2025, 2026. So I'm hoping we get some more volatility in a bit. All right. I do have to go out and eat soon. So I do, I guess, last but not least, I'm going to do like a little life update with you guys. No, I'm not telling you there's a chance raw food writer. I am taken. I'm happy in my relationship. But yeah, if I ever am single, let's hope that doesn't happen for me, for my sake, and for my SO sake. If I ever am single, and I'm looking, I think I wouldn't openly. I know there are people who I think are successful, like on meeting people that find them online, like big influencers and stuff. I don't think I believe in that. I probably would just do like go back to my normal routes of like online dating because that's how I've like dated my ex-boyfriends and stuff. Like that's online dating works for me, but I know it doesn't really work for everybody. But if we're just on that topic, I wish all of you guys luck to finding your own significant others out there. I do believe in the concept of online dating, even though a lot of people hate it. I just think you just have like a broader spectrum of folks to meet over there. And then also even for friends too. Like I haven't really met friends online, but I have friends who do like a Bumble BFF and like there's like all these other websites. Like in California, you could do like I think a friend was telling me something called 22222. It's a bunch of twos in there. We just like gather in a group and like hang out. I haven't done those yet, but I don't mind if I have the time, which I don't right now. But yeah, so life update. I'm gonna go on a vacation like this week. So I don't know what's in the cards for me in terms of social media because I am going to be not in California. I don't want to disclose where I'm going yet. If where I'm going, I'm capable of still making videos and whatnot, then obviously I will. If you don't hear from me, it's because I literally don't have access and I can't make it happen. Yeah, streaming from Tahiti. Yeah, so if you don't hear from me, it's because I actually can't. Because anywhere I am on this planet, or Mars one day, if I can, I would. If you don't see videos from me, I'm just warning you that like everything's fine. I'm just gonna be out on vacation, and it may just be that I just don't have the service, or I'm just not capable of doing videos. I might just like, and if I do videos, but I can't do live streams, that might also be a possibility. But yeah, it's gonna be some time. And then this goes to all my paid subscriptions as well. In case if I don't respond back, that is why. And it is because, I mean, I guess I'll just say it because today I finally started to tell more people. This is just how I am. I don't like to talk about things that are sad and things that make people feel like sorry for me in any way. But then sometimes you just have to like tell people as it is. And I never really shared, so like I share all of these things that were going on in my life with like eventually, like when it's better, with my friends and like my family and stuff. But I feel like I never really tell you guys a lot that's been going on, but a lot has gone on for the past few years. So it's just people that I care a lot about. So people that are close to me. I've many different folks that I really, really care for. And within the last, so including this year, within the last 3 years, I have dealt with, I guess this would be like the third major thing that I wasn't expecting. And the last one I dealt with was someone that I care a lot for. Had, by the way, not health advice in any means, just sharing with you guys. And last person that was very close to me, the last time this bad thing happened, I had to deal with someone close to me dealing with tumors. So that's one. And now I have to deal with someone, another person that's close to me, very dear to my heart, going through cancer. So, and it's like, that's the type of stuff where I feel like it really messes with like my, not even just like my energy, of course, my energy, but also like my entire view on life. Because of course there's like the whole anger, hatred, like just on general unhappiness when bad things happen, not even to yourself, but like to those that you care for. I was actually like saying to a friend today that it's crazy, but I actually think if it was happening to myself, like these things, I would be less sad. I feel like it's the, when you deal with people that you care about and you know they're going through something and like a lot of pain, a lot of like unknowns, is actually so hard. And I don't want to make it seem like, oh my God, it's not hard for the person. Of course it is. But I just feel like for me, I just feel like I feel too much for those that are around me. And it's almost like I wish like I could just take their place is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so this trip is going to be like me, obviously, like seeing this person that's really, really important to me. So yeah, I don't know really like know what's going to happen next. But if you, I guess, know somebody who has gone through cancer, specifically breast cancer, I would love to, I guess, know more about it. Because I only know so few people around me that have experiences with this. So if you know someone or someone close to you or yourself, if you have an experience with that, I guess you could always DM me if you're not comfortable, or you can let me know in the comments. Just like any general tips, healing, how your experience was, or with who you know about it. I would read that. Yeah, so that's that. I just felt like it's weird. It's really weird to feel. I already like cried. I had like my unhappy phase, and then that's when like I kind of kept it to myself and I didn't tell anybody. And then today I was like, okay, well, I can't really keep it to myself because I'm literally just gonna like disappear, right? Because I'm gonna go to another place. And so then like today is when I started to tell. So I told like a few of my very close friends, and I still have more texts to send. And I feel like it's just, it is hard because like when I am like, people have their condolences. And again, like, I don't like it when people are like they feel bad. And then just like a lot of back and forth saying the same thing. Obviously, like, I'm thankful. I feel like it's your friends like caring for you and your well-being and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just weird that way, I guess. So yeah, I'm still like doing those rounds, and there's just like a lot to prepare. And I realized like that's kind of like what I was trying to explain to you guys the other day, where I realized like, okay, obviously like money, I already knew that like money doesn't count for nothing when life happens and like your health is on the line or someone close to you. So I already knew that, but I feel like this time around, my newer lesson through all these experiences and this very recent experience is just like, okay, like even knowing that money doesn't mean as much as like health, of course, it's like, even if you, and I save for rainy days and I'm like prepared financially for this, like it's still going to be like a financial hit because I'm going to be like out and about. But I think even though I'm prepared financially for it, I still wish that I was more mentally prepared, because I'm not as mentally prepared, because you don't like prepare for this stuff. It's just like there's just certain things in life I guess you just don't prepare for. So mentally, I'm not prepared for it. And that's what scares me too, because I'm like, okay, I'm not mentally prepared for this. And this isn't even like the worst of it. And I know there are people out there who deal with like just accidents where you don't even get to say goodbye to the people that like you care about, right? But I know that that could also happen to me. So that could happen one day as well. And I think it's just knowing that you just don't know what you don't know and you can only prepare for so much. It's a reminder to just try to prepare for more, both financially, mentally, physically, and also a lot of organization. Because I realized like, okay, if I have to like go off someplace, like I have my own like e-commerce businesses, like it's a lot to like delegate and hand off and make sure things are like working right. That's really hard. So I feel like all this has taught me that you really do have to prepare at any point in your life for the worst, or for just these things, these scenarios. It's like imagining scenarios in your mind, but like on a new level. But I think that would prepare you better for anything that life may throw at you. And yeah, I guess like I'm going to take it, and everything you do, you just have to take it one step at a time. So for me, it's like, I still feel very overwhelmed with everything, even though I'm not the one with cancer. I still feel very overwhelmed with everything, but I know I'm just going to take it one step at a time. And I feel like I've learned from this, even though I don't think I could ever prepare for what I just told you guys, which is just like, there are even worse things out there that could come my way and does occur to people, I'm sure, every day on this planet. You just got to take it like one step at a time. And also just, it's the same thing. It's the same verbiage over and over. It's just like the people that you care about, that you love, you just got to know that you gave 100%, and not like in just giving them stuff. It's like giving them as much time as you think you can without like disturbing too much of your life and making your life fall apart. And just saying the words that needs to be said to all the people that you really, really care about. I think those are constant reminders, things that are important. Just saying what you mean, telling people that you care about, you really care about them. And I feel like even though I know all of this, I feel like I am wise in that sense, where I don't feel like, even if I have like a small grudge on someone, or I'm like a little bit mad, or like, I'll still put aside face and say what I feel like I will say if that's like my last time ever seeing them. Like, that's just how I am, because I feel less regrets living my life like that. But even knowing this, sometimes I still have my childish moments. So I'm still working on it. Nicole says the hardest part is trying to find reasons for such things happening. Don't beat yourself into the debt and thinking it's the worst. The people you love are uplifted by you being here. Thank you. DJ Loba says, my mom and aunt had breast cancer. I'm so sorry to hear that. Everybody in my immediate family had cancer. Some of them died from cancer. I had cancer causing agents removed from my body 2 months ago. Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm so glad, DJ Lorbuck, that you got it out of your system. And I hope you're, like, I'm sure you're already doing regular checkups and stuff. So yeah, no, like, cancer is really the worst. And I feel like if, as technology gets better and AI gets better, the only thing I'm most excited about is hopefully health just advancing. But yeah, and it's also just like a wake up call for me where I'm like, I have to like look at my own life and be like, how can I better it so that I can prepare myself for, like I said, I don't want this to happen more, but like I said, there could be worse things that could happen, right? And hopefully nothing worse happens. You know, every time something bad happens, I always tell myself, like, I hope this is it. Like, I don't want any more like big events that are bad. I want big events that are good for everyone, and myself. But that's just not the case of life. And there's just your ups and downs. But I do think that everything does happen for a reason. And oh, Payman, my mom is getting a screening for breast cancer. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I wish her luck with it. And I guess I'll just share with you guys that I don't know anything about it. That's what it's like. It has, like, in the last few days of me just like finding out, trying to like organize everything so then I can go on this trip, and then also not knowing like nearly enough. I just don't even feel like I know much about cancer, period. Like last time I had to deal with somebody with like tumors, and I had to like try to search up as much as I could like on the internet and asking like doctors at the hospital like a lot of questions. But I feel like because I'm not a health professional, or maybe I'm just not that smart, I don't know, I can't, there's so much of it that just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, it's all very different because I know different folks, like friends of friends, and then even family members who've had other forms of like cancer, like besides breast cancer, and all of these treatments and the way that they like figure it out or like see it on the screens or like so for example, at least like with this situation, I know that they've done one surgery and they have found like the cancer cells and they've removed it, but apparently even after that they have to wait a while, I think a couple weeks is what I'm told, to wait for the bigger report, and then you find out more on if you maybe have to go back in, because if it's still there, or maybe it's fine and then you're like you're okay, but then maybe it could come back. So like it honestly is just so crazy. Yeah, it's so much. Oh, so I actually do. Yes. So pancreatic cancer. Yes. Payment. So I actually do know. It's just like someone that I know, an acquaintance who also passed away because of pancreatic cancer. I heard that one is very, very rough. Like out of all the different, I think there's different types of cancers. There's like, I don't know who makes the list, but generally people that I speak to, they have like a saying on like which one they think is more dangerous than the other. I don't know which one's considered the worst ones, but I think pancreatic cancer is one of the harder ones to, I think maybe they go by survival rate, which is the worst one. And my grandpa has prostate cancer. Okay. I don't know anybody with prostate cancer, but it's insane to me that like this thing is like just so hard. Like, and people have all these sayings, like growing up, I've always been told like, don't eat this, don't eat that. And then you read the signs, like, especially if you live in California, it's like, what could possibly, like what food you're eating. A lot of my junk foods and drinks and snacks that I buy, like you look at the back and it's like, it could have like cancer causing agents. And I'm like, oh my God, why do we even have food that's made if it's like could cause it, right? But then you know people who are extremely healthy and they like, I don't know, eat like a monk and then they can still get it. So it's just, yeah, again, not health advice by any means on my channel. I'm not a health professional, don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, I appreciate all of you guys sharing your stories. Like I said, I hope I can do more streams while I'm out, or at least like give you guys updates or vlogs or post videos and stuff. But worst case scenario, if I can't, I don't know, I'll find a way to just like still be on at least one of my accounts. If you are not already following me on all my other accounts, just look down in the description below for my YouTube videos. All of them will have some platform where I'll hopefully be able to like update you guys. So yeah, Crypto Warbird. I heal / curing dad's 4th stage liver cancer naturally. Pancreatic is the worst. Well, that seems to be something that everybody is agreeing on. If the bakery is out of everything bagel, that is a bad day. LOL, Nicole says. I've never gone to a bakery where they're out of everything bagel. But anyways, all right, to leave it off on a different note, thank you guys, by the way. I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna look at crypto just for the heck of it, even though I have no hopes for crypto because I told you guys I felt like July was gonna be bad. You know what's crazy? Like, I think for me, the stock market actually like just doesn't make me. It's like one of those things where it gets it's like when people play games, and I still play games. It's like weird when I'm like stressed out and I feel like the world doesn't make sense. It's like almost like when I make videos where I'm like playing games, or even if I'm looking at like the stocks or like looking at news, it's almost like it helps me just like escape. And I'm still watching Naruto, by the way, which I absolutely love. It helps me like, it's like my escape route. But then I also feel like I should be guilty for having any fun because someone that like I care about is going through such a hard time. But then I know that the person that I care for wouldn't want me to be unhappy. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's just, if you're going through the same thing and you don't know what to feel about it, just take it step by step. You could cry, you could laugh, you could be happy, you could be like anything, as long as you're being strong. I feel like at the end of the day for the person that you care about, because if you're not strong, then you can't help out and be positive. And I feel like at the end of the day, when you're done being negative, which you're allowed to feel your emotions, when I'm done being negative, I go back to being positive. But I do allow myself to get to the bad side, and then I move back on. And sometimes I'll fluctuate in between. But anyways, today my FFIE is still down. Chewy is still down. Let's see here. Dogecoin. Now, well, good news is we're not at 6 cents like I predicted for the possibilities of if we continue to tank, but it's at 10 cents right now. Not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, Bitcoin, let's see here. I'm just going to go on the coinmarketcap.com. Then I got to run. I got to go eat dinner, and I have lots of things to pack and deal with. Again, pray for me that I will still be able to connect with you guys, but I have no idea. Bitcoin, $56,000. Is that right? Yes. Ethereum. Oh, nice. Okay. Ethereum's not even like, it's not $2,500. It's $3,000. Bitcoin, 56,000. Fear and greed index seems to be stabilized at like 37. Dogecoin is at is that 9? Okay. I think it just went to like number 9. Cool. All right, guys. Let's be positive about the stock / crypto market payments test. So yeah, it's weird. It's like it both helps me like get my mind off of things when I need it. And then it's like I'm happy when like obviously like the stock market and like crypto and the positions that I have does well. But then you also just know like, but that also doesn't matter that much because you have to focus on all the other things in life that like money doesn't get you. But money does help though. Like at the end of the day, finances are important. Your health is important. Your mental health is very, very important. And what's the other ones? Your family and your friends. What else am I missing? Family, friends, mental health, regular health, money. Yeah. Need all of those things. Just try your best with all of those things. But it's okay if some things fail. Because I feel like this part, I forgot to tell you guys. This part's really funny. I was like, so last month, or maybe it was May. forgot when I applied for it, but it was like either beginning of June or end of May. I applied for the Mr. Beast 5 million. You know how he's doing like a $5 million award for, I think, the Amazon, like one of the shows that he's like, I think he's partnering up with Amazon. I forget. But there's like a reality TV show, and I applied for it. And it wasn't like I applied and just didn't hear back anything. I actually had to like fill out this crazy long like application form and everything. So I thought that I actually like had a chance to get in. And I was really sad like by the end of June, because they had like the casting people had told me like, okay, like latest you'll hear about it would be like end of June if you got it or you didn't. And so like by the end of June, I was like so sad that I didn't get a call. So I was like, oh, I didn't get it. But then I found out about this news and I'm like, oh, it actually is good that I didn't get it, because if I did get it, I would still leave and not do it because I'd rather be with this person that I care for. So it's just kind of crazy how all that worked out. But yeah, maybe I'll still apply for future reality shows, but you're not going to see me on that one, unfortunately. I would have loved to have done a $5 million competition, though. I never actually watched Mr. Beast, any of his videos, until like just recently when I decided to like apply for this. And then I like binge watched like 2 or 3 videos. I've still like up to this date like probably watched less than 10 Mr. Beast videos. They are very, very good though, but they're really intense. And I think one day I don't mind doing a competition. It doesn't have to be for Mr. Beast, but I think those competitions are fun. Like the ones where you're like, there's this one guy who like lived at a grocery store, and every day that he lived at the grocery store, like he was given like, I don't know if it was $10,000 or more money than that, but yeah, I just had to like live in a grocery store. I'm like, how awesome is that? Anyways, take care, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here, listening to me. I hope you found my video informative, enjoyable at the very least. Again, just chat about whatever is on my mind. So it may not always be like cherries and butterflies, but hopefully next time we talk, I'll still be in a good mood and things are going good for you and also good for me. Thank you so much, Nicole. I wish you guys well as well. Yeah, I hope it's a good vacation. Hopefully it's good things from here on out. And the stocks and the crypto and the positions that I have are good. And I really sincerely hope this whole GameStop thing works out for everybody. I'm not looking for 13x or 100x, but I'm just going to say a part of me doesn't feel like this momentum is over, which is why I hopped on in the first place. I feel like if it could do $10 to $80, then all the way down to like 20 something, and then all the way back up to 60 something, I just don't feel like it's like a scary movie that doesn't feel like it's over yet. You know, when you're just like something else is going to happen, like another pop jump scare, except this isn't a jump scare. This is like a good thing. Well, good thing depending on when you sell though. Anyways, guys, take care. Smash the like button on your way out and ring that notification bell if you want to know whenever my live streams begin. See you soon.